Y2K was going to be the end of the world, so I had to save my family.
Welcome to St. John Creamery, a raw goat farm just north of Seattle. We stopped by today to mingle with some goats, meet the woman behind it all, and get a deeper dive into raw milk.
It's alive. It's a living substance.
As soon as we arrived, we asked Marcia how she began it all.
I ripped out my yard, planted everything you could plant, and I studied herbal medicine, I got bees, I did everything. The last piece was I got 4 goats and a livestock guardian, and I hid them in my backyard in Ballard, which is 15 minutes from downtown Seattle. Within 5 years, my hobby had gotten so out of control, I was like, either I need to do something with this or I need to get some sanity in my life. Once I made the decision in 2005, I sold my property and I started acquiring stuff for a dairy, and until 2007 is when I actually got certified.
So why are goats the main animal?
Because they're wonderful. Y2K would be the end of the world, and so if you are living off grid and you have to survive, goats are the best option because they can live off of anything and they can make milk. Goats just stole my heart. I could not believe how much I liked goats. I was just smitten. I think they're the best creatures in the world. And we got some really great yearling milkers. Their udders are gigantic, so they're hungry. The young ones are always the first ones in. They outrun everybody.
After that tiny stampede, Marcia took us to their holding pen, where the goats reside while they're waiting to be milked. She has over 165 goats. Right away, we can see how much love Marcia gives to her goats.
Hi. Hi.
And the love they give her back.
One of them is hugging you.
Yeah, they're very affectionate.
Petting a goat may increase your life expectancy. Thus, get on up out of bed and show your neighborhood goat some love.
I'll show you the milk room if you want to see them coming in. So this is the milk room. And all the horn girls are in first because we segregate. So I know we seem kind of psychotic compared to some of my competitors. What they'll do is they'll come in and they have a dip that has hydrogen peroxide and maybe even iodine in it, and they'll dip, take a paper towel and dry it, and then they hook them up. I tried it once and I got into a recall. Anyway, so what we do is we have an iodine water thing. We take a rag, we wear a glove, and we wring it out, and we quarter our rag, and we do a seesaw across the udder twice just to kind of clear the deck, and you stop if the last 2 sides are clean. We test anybody who might have had high white blood cell counts during the week, and then we dip them with hydrogen peroxide, dry them, and hook them up.
Once the milk is pumped, it is brought into the milk room in metal jugs to be cooled and stored before it's either bottled and labeled or processed into cheese. And after that beautiful process, that creamy goodness is taken straight into your local Washington Creamery.
What made you choose to provide raw milk over focusing on pasteurization?
Yeah, that's why I went into the dairy. I read a book on raw milk and I had no idea what raw milk was. It started with Mayo Clinic. When they started, they had a raw milk cure clinic. One of the doctors said that in 18 years and 18,000 patients, not one person didn't improve on it. And they'd bring people in with liver failure, kidney failure, bad diabetes, all kinds of stuff. And they would take them off of all food and they put them on certified raw cow milk. The milk, they were on grass and they had cleanliness practices. The Russians were doing the same thing. And what they said was, the reason it works is the closest thing you can approximate raw milk to is it is white blood. The blood is made in the bone marrow and there's a transfer in the mammary where the blood becomes milk. And they said it has its own immune system. It's alive. It's a living substance like blood. And so these people would drink the raw milk and it would build their blood volume. Well, you affect the blood system, you affect every cell in the body. And so it's powerful medicine. And so I think that's why it's so controversial.
And controversial it is. In most states, the sale of raw milk is heavily regulated. Even alcohol and tobacco, non-carcinogens, are more readily available and less restricted than raw milk. Some small farms have even been raided by federal agents for simply providing it.
Actually, when we were in Malaysia, because there was another woman there who was selling it, and it was just like amazing. It's crazy too to see the difference between, I guess, like in the U.S. and how it's done in like overseas. Because there they have like straight up medical claims on everything.
Yeah,
and here
yeah.
It's like it's for
you can't
pets,
say
so you
anything.
Can't even say anything.
Yeah. It is pretty incredible. I have a lot of sick people that come to my door, and it's because they've given up on the medical system. And you know, I've had people get cured of Crohn's disease, of all kinds of stomach issues, because the goat milk has an amino acid that heals the lining of the gut.
Yeah.
And then it's also got 2 amino acids that alkalize you. Well, when you're alkaline, you're healthy.
Yeah.
And so you can put it in your coffee and it alkalizes the coffee, so it's not acid. It's very healing to so many things. And then it has 30 live enzymes. We don't make enzymes in our tummy anymore after 25 or so, and you have to get it from your food. Well, you go to the grocery store, everything's irradiated, dead, nothing has enzymes. So how do you get them? And so raw milk has 30 kinds, because you can't digest without enzymes. It starts the digestive processes.
You may be wondering, if this milk is raw, how can Marcia possibly keep it safe?
So every Saturday we test for high white blood cell count, and so every girl gets tested. When they clear, they're blue. Blue's like blue ribbon. You can go ahead and hook them up to the machine. This is if we put like it's somebody, like if I have to go in and assist in a birth, then I give them penicillin or something. This is like double trouble. Throw out the milk. Nobody gets it. Not even the babies. You know, we just throw it.
How often does double trouble happen?
Not often. Almost never. We try to do natural first because they work. I don't like to shoot them up, because then we're messing with their biome by giving them the antibiotic. They digest their food with bacteria. If we do have to, we usually give them kefir, which has 30 kinds of bacteria in it. We have a tincture that we make that's garlic, cayenne, and echinacea, and raw apple cider vinegar, and we just shove it down their mouth, and it helps. It's an immune boost, and so it'll help clear stuff. Half of what I enjoy in life is the vicariously enjoying watching. It's a love thing. You know, I love my goats, they love me. We try to just make it the best life they can have.
They give birth throughout the year, right?
I breed for long lactation, so I have some girls that they go 4 years without having babies. I think I had 18 10-year-olds retire last year. From what I've heard, the average lifespan is under 6 for most dairies. But my girls were productive. I mean, because they don't have kids a lot, they're really productive. And so, I mean, even some of my 10-year-olds are really decent. She's 16 and she's going in. Her whole life she's gone into the milk room. I hear you, Ruby. I'm coming. The one that's talking to us had a stillborn this morning, so she's bonded with me and she thinks I'm her baby and she wants me to come in with her. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby. Hi. If you want to come in, I'll show you the babies.
Just trying to stumble.
Hi. Want to hold baby?
Oh, sure.
So you go like this and you put your hand under their butt like that, and this hangs, you just let them sit on you. There.
Wow. There you go. Yeah.
I know, we're just picking him up.
So how old is he?
He was born yesterday.
Yesterday, wow.
Yeah.
You can feel the little heartbeat.
She thinks I'm her baby, so she's over here cleaning me.
Make sure to take care of her.
She needed somebody to take care of. It's me.
Yeah, how frequently do you get stillborns?
I think that's the first time. I'm not even sure it was stillborn. The baby looked like it was full term, but something wasn't right, and her milk wasn't in, so it could be that usually when they start to give birth, their milk comes in, and so you know that the baby's coming because the milk's, they're getting ready for the baby. And so nothing was going normal, so, and she was 10 days late, so I figured it could be that, somebody slammed her and it killed the baby, and labor just doesn't go right when the baby's dead.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she'd been, I don't really know. I don't really entertain the bad stuff and what could happen.
That's great. That's a great mentality.
You can't survive if you start doing that.
Yeah.
I don't spend any time on any of that.
How do you think the conditions and the way that goats are treated and like other animals are treated in like mass productions are compared to this?
It's just sad. I mean, I can't lock them up. I mean, I got my first cow from a farm where she'd never been on grass. And I just thought it was so sad. I mean, the first time she went out into the field, she didn't want to come in. And she just wanted to sleep out there. She just loved it. You know, she was just like, this is so wonderful. Anyway, I just think it's sad. It's sad that they don't get to actually manifest what they love to do and what they are and live. You know, and they found with people that your emotions affect every organ in your body. They're just the same. If they have a happy life, then they're going to make beautiful food. We're supposed to steward the planet and steward the animals, and it's all about, as far as I'm concerned, it's all about love. And I think that it comes out in the milk and in the cheese and in everything else.
Yeah, and I feel like if we had more access to like this type of experience, just being able to walk here and like see how things are operating, like it actually just changes your mind of like how things should be done properly.
Yeah.
And, like not restricting all this type of operation.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier if you don't let them in and out and all that kind of stuff, but you know,
at what cost?
At what cost? Yeah.